All right, all right. We are on. We are on. Hope everybody is well. Doc, how you feeling?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I'm feeling great, Bay. Hi out there to our audience. How's everybody feeling? How you feeling, Bay?
Man, I feel absolutely amazing, spectacular, energized, magnificent,
Energized. That's a
energized.
strong word. Energized. That's a strong word.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How did your day go?
Hey, it went fast actually, because I guess because I was quite busy doing a lot of stuff, and so the day went by fast. It was nice. Got a lot of good things accomplished, and like you, I felt energized.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
I
I feel right
hope everybody else out there doing well. Um,
energized.
I had an absolutely amazing day
Yeah,
today for each and
good.
every one of you all that's watching from Facebook or um,
Yeah,
YouTube. We're
yeah,
excited about today's discussion. I hope you're excited as well about today's discussion.
yeah,
Resiliency, never giving up, right? I
yeah.
know we all had times in our lives that we wanted to give up, mentally wanted to give up, physically wanted to give up, emotionally wanted to give up, so many different aspects of giving up. But if you have, go ahead and put something in the chat. Put any number, whatever you want to put in the chat to let us know that maybe you've been in that space before, or maybe you're going through that space right now. Or we all know we in the future, we all will probably see that space in the future, depending on different situations. I know I've had many of those situations. What about you, Doc?
Yeah, well, I mean, where you can face some challenges. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely face some challenges. I mean, it's some people that facing some challenges now that faced with these tornadoes and the hurricane that has recently came to Florida. So I want to just take a moment and extend our just pray that all of you all are well, and that recovery efforts are happening at a speedy pace, and get you all back up to normal as quick as possible. Just stay safe, stay strong. And the nice topic when we're talking about resilience, I can't think of a better group of people than those who just been affected by the storm that's going to require resiliency,
Yeah.
because it has to take a lot to come back from that. Because sometimes people lost everything they had, everything they worked for, and it's
Yeah.
gone. And then you talking about starting over from scratch. I mean,
Mm.
sometimes just to have the willpower to say I got to start all over, and then to create, like you said, I say how you feel. You say you feel energetic. Sometimes it takes a lot to just recreate that energy, right?
Yeah.
To recreate the energy. So that's why I'm excited about what we're going to talk about tonight, because we all have faced different type of adversities where we had to re-energize ourselves, have a do-over or start over, or maybe in the midst of trying to accomplish something and start hitting some walls and stuff like that. And it can become discouraging sometimes, but what do you do?
Hmm.
What do you do? And then how do you do it? That's important, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I found interesting is whenever you are uh, mentally tired or frustrated, if you would just sit down and be still for a moment, clear your mind, take a
Yeah,
nap, take a nap, you'll wake up with a different emotional energy. If you're physically tired, you do the same thing. Sit down, take a nap, get a massage, maybe take a bath, bubble bath, soak, right? A cold plunge, right? And that can help energize. But it's amazing that anytime that anything affects you in those types of negative ways, if you just be still,
mm.
everything will work out. I think that falls into biblical text too, right? Being still, stop and be still.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
sometimes when that pressure hits you, you can't rush and make a quick decision, because you just looking to make a decision because that pressure is on you. And sometimes we do make bad decisions under pressure. That's why it's sometimes it's better to kind of wait. But sometimes when that pressure is on you, it seems like, time is of the essence, and a decision got to be made. And so that's when sometimes you got to have some you hope to have some people that you can call on and say, hey, look, I'm faced with this challenge or whatever, and hopefully they can have a calm mind and help talk you through it. Because I've been in situations sometimes where a decision got to be made, but I'm not in the right mindset to really want to make that decision, but you got to make a decision. And so that's when I would hope to have somebody to talk to. But in many cases, I just made a decision. I just said, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that was a younger me. As I have matured, I learned better ways to cope with pressure and making decisions under pressure.
Yeah, I think in many cases I've been in the same situations where I was tired, mentally strained, stressed, strained, many different emotions, angry, upset, mad, frustrated, but still didn't want to make a decision, but was forced to make decisions. And in some cases they worked out, and in some cases they didn't work out, or they didn't work out at that particular time. But it led me to the next decision or the next situations that actually worked out. So even with those decisions we made at those times landed us here today. So it's, so I think overall, when a person make decisions, I think the best way to make decisions, like you said, is having a clear mind. But even if you don't have a clear mind and you make a decision, as long as you don't give up after that decision don't go your way, showing that resilience, you will end up in the location in which you need to be overall in life.
Yeah, you got to keep fighting. That's one thing I learned in life. You can't quit and do what? That's what I always looked at. If I stop, then what? And I understood it early in life as an adult that certain privileges was not going to be afforded me because of my skin color, and that's just real talk. So that means that I was going to be faced with some adversity because there were some things in life that I wanted to accomplish, and it was going to require me to go against some of the norms. And I understood that, so I knew that I was going to have a mindset to say whether I run into a wall today or not, I'm not going to stop. And the one thing that I said I was never going to allow to defeat me in life was poverty. I was not going to let poverty defeat me. And I was going to fight every day to not let that happen, regardless. And so whatever decision I made, one thing I wasn't going to do is get mad at God if it didn't work out. Like some might say, even like some that may go through the storm, they may, sometimes you blame stuff on God and say, God, why you let that happen to me? It's like some maybe had an easier path to get to different levels in life, and then it looked like some had to fight for everything. Like, well, why couldn't I be born with, with riches and treasure? Why did I have to be born and they have to fight for everything? And so sometimes you can question that and even get mad at God when things don't work out, and you see others, like David said in the Bible. He looked at his enemies, and his enemies seem to be succeeding. And it's like, so sometimes you question things like that, and it may make you feel that life is so unfair. Then why fight anyhow? You're gonna lose anyhow because it's so unfair. The deck is rigged against you. But you cannot let that mindset become your mindset. Like I shared some with you in the audience, and my wife and I, we was talking earlier, and because sometimes in life people can look at what you're doing, babe, and they can say, well, if I was you, I would do this or I would do that, but like her and I was talking, and I was saying that, like, never let nobody change your truth without showing you proof. Don't never let anybody change your truths without showing you proof. Because what you may be doing may be working. You may just don't see the full results now. But if you quit too early and let other people get in your mind and start telling you, well, maybe you should do it this way, or if it was me, I'd do it that way. And before you know it, you're doing so many different things that nothing is working. Nobody's proof in telling you to do it their way that it will work. So if I'm gonna fail, let me fail on my own terms, right?
Yeah.
Let me fail with my truth, not your truths. Let I fail on my truths.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. And I've known a lot of people that had dreams and goals, even in the trading space. They have dreams and goals, and they follow what is told to them, and they win. Then someone else comes along and start talking about something, and then they jump onto that particular bandwagon, and it don't work out like it was working. It may work out at the beginning, but overall, if they would have stayed with that first thing that was working, they would have been a lot further than jumping to the next thing. And being inconsistent with the path they're going. It's like riding down the street for the listeners. It's like riding down the street. You know your destination is right down the street, but someone that's riding with you that's never been there say, hey, make a right here. Hey, make another right here. Make another right here.
Right.
Yeah, make another right here. Now you back on the same street, but further back. You did a full circle and landed you at your starting point, right? And I think it's more. I was talking to somebody today, Doc, and we was talking about the importance of that critical thinking, and I believe that critical thinking helps in that determination, that no giving up factor.
Right.
Because if a person have critical thinking, they can think out what they're hearing someone else say they should do. They would ask certain questions. Like you said, have you done it before? Show me the proof that you've done it before, because what I'm doing is my dreams, my goals, and I know that I can do it. Even if it's not done no more, I believe that I can do it, and I'm going to work until it is done.
Right. And it's kind of sad that well, it's not sad, but that's the mindset that a lot of us at the hell, right? Because if you think about it, there are so many younger versions of myself and even yourself that's out there that looking for someone that they can trust, that will guide them or mentor them in the right way. Look at how many mistakes that young men and women make, having to make decisions on their own because they can't trust some of the people around them, because they themselves don't even see that they have the proof in the decisions that they are making that theirs work. Because there are not enough examples. So we all go out on our own trying to figure it out on our own. But along the way, that does help, because you build a resiliency that say, I'm not going to quit. But along the way, then you meet others. And so the thing I learned in life was this. And again, because I knew that I wasn't going to be afforded certain opportunities because of my skin color. I just knew that. And anyone that feels that I'm just thinking, it's just the way life is. And so we have to accept the reality and build a set of rules and practices that we live our lives back by to help us overcome some of those challenges that we face, that we know is a reality. So the thing that I always said was that God had given me the ability to look for opportunities or create opportunities. So I always said I will not be one to sit back and wait on somebody to give me an opportunity. I will be one of those that try to create an opportunity for someone else. And that mindset allowed me to overcome whatever obstacles I would face, because I always felt that I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing it for somebody else. I'm doing it for that younger version of me that didn't have an opportunity, that I can create an opportunity for that person. And that always have inspired me. And that gave me the energy to keep going, even no matter how hard it is, because I don't want anybody to have to experience some of the hardships that I may have experienced. Not if I can leave an opportunity that alleviates that hardship. And I feel we have an obligation to the generation beneath us to create opportunities so that their lives don't have to be so built around challenges, but can be built around experiences. Because a lot of times youth now, their lives are built around challenges and not experiences. And that's not how life is meant to be. Life is a collection of experiences, and experiences help motivate you to go to the next experience. But when you're having a lot of challenges, sometimes you need to have just an opportunity to just level the playing field just for a moment, so that you could just, get in a space where you're winning again. And so that's why I'm so happy what we do at Hidden Wealth, create some opportunities for people to win without having to run into so many walls to win, to create some opportunities, right?
Oh yeah, and not manipulate people in a direction just for our benefit, but to put them in a greater position for their household and their generations to come benefit.
Yeah.
A lot of when we say don't quit, because I used to always be fearful or have something in my mind that tell me don't quit. But if something doesn't work right, if the environment isn't right, it isn't right for you. I know you want to do that particular thing. You may be in the music industry, right? That may be your goal, to be a superstar in the music industry, maybe in the entertainment, actor, maybe an athlete, maybe a doctor, a lawyer. If that environment isn't right and it doesn't resonate with you and your soul, you need to change that environment and go to a new environment. You can continue doing what you want to do to hit that goal of being whatever that is, but you probably need to change that environment, or you can stay in that environment as well, and that will make you stronger and smarter, right? Because when you go through challenges, it makes you stronger, it makes you smarter. You start becoming aware of certain actions. You start becoming aware of certain reactions. You become driven by solutions, right? So that you can get to that goal. So when we say quit, we're not necessarily saying, hey, just stay in the environment you in, just go crazy, then make you go crazy. That's how bad it is. No, if it's an environment, try to find a new environment. If what you're doing isn't resonating with your soul, find you something else that you are passionate about. And because you quit doing that and you moved on to doing something else, that doesn't qualify as you being a quitter. That's because a lot of people are manipulated on that, Doc. A lot of people are manipulated.
No, but we ain't talking about quitting. We're talking about change. That's the difference. You change. If you're in an environment and that environment is not suitable to what you're trying to accomplish, then you're not quitting on yourself. You're just changing that environment. And we have to change all the time, because as we continue to grow and evolve, the environment we may be in, we may be outgrew that environment. We can't grow anymore in that environment. And so we have to change, but that's not quitting. That's changing. A person may be working at a job and it's not conducive to their mental or, their spiritual or whatever. They're not quitting on their goals. They just changing an environment so they can put themselves in a better position to succeed. And we do that all the time. I don't call that quitting. Quitting is when you stop.
Period.
Stop. Not when you change.
Just stop, period.
Just stop. All of the day, just stop. Set the clock off.
Yeah, we definitely can't do that.
No, it just quit.
A lot of people live that life. A lot of people look down on change too, Doc. A lot of people look down on change. You've heard it before.
Sure.
People I know, well, some people that you probably grew up with back in the day, you've moved on, started to experience and move towards your goal, getting closer to those goals, and you're getting better, you're expanding, you're growing mentally, you're growing physically, spiritually. You go back and maybe saw a family member you ain't seen in years, or someone that you grew up with. Oh, you changed. Oh, you changed. And then on the other hand, they say, man, you changed, right? But this is for the person that don't have self-esteem. If someone tells you change in a negative way, you smile, say thank you,
Yeah.
and you keep it moving.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because if you fall into that category where you let that you change bring you back to where you changed from, you might as well quit. You might as well quit, right?
Because then you change for the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone is not gonna support a change that you make, regardless of what that change is. It could be, you could be part of their country club, and then all of a sudden you decide you don't want to be a part of that one. You're gonna go join another one. They may don't like it because you changed from one to the other. So everybody's not going to support your change, but you're not changing for them. So it shouldn't even really matter. It shouldn't, so.
Oh, yeah. So I think what the number one reason that you think, Doc, a person is pushed to go after their goals and not quit, give up. What would you say the number one reason for
why I can say for myself why I went out the mines and I didn't give up?
Yes, sir.
I would say I don't want to say it was one reason over another. One reason is I like nice things, and I just do. I mean, I'm being honest. I like nice things, and there's no reason for me to not have those nice things. I like comfort, but I knew it would require me to have a certain level of income to have nice things, and I knew I was going to have to fight to get it. So my mindset was already there. Because when I saw others driving nice cars, living in nice big houses, and I was like, wow, lifestyle of the rich and famous, caviar and all of that, I wanted that lifestyle. That was the first motivator for me. Of course, that have changed over time. But that was the trigger for me as a young man. I wanted champagne and caviar. If it came down to me driving a Vega or a Rolls Royce, give me the Ross. And if you show me how to get the Ross, I'm going for the Ross. So I understood early on that, hey, I had to go get some bags. I knew people wasn't going to give me opportunities just to get there, so I knew I had to create me some opportunities. But I didn't want to create opportunities that could land me in jail. So I knew education was a way. I knew, and my mom was wise enough to let me know as a young kid that they can't take that away from you. And I saw enough people in front of me that had high levels of education, and they all seemed to live well. So I equated living well with having a great education. I didn't equate anything with God at that time. But I wanted nice things. And that's just the real. That I wanted nice things. But later on, as I used my motivation for nice things to equip me with an education, it allowed me to meet another mindset of people that thought at another level, that helped me start seeing life from another level. But in the genius of everything, God used something that I wanted to get me to where he needed me to be. It was my desire for nice things. And that's the real. People may give you a fluff story on all, I'm just giving it to you for real.
You just, hey, Doc, you giving the truth like you always do. Like you like nice things.
I do. And I know for getting nice things, you got to have some things.
Watch this, Doc. If you like nice things, put something in the chat. What nice do you like that you want, that you haven't got yet?
The people don't want money to sit around and count it. But later on in life, you want to do things so you can create opportunities to make other people's lives better, and you become more philanthropic in your thoughts. But that's just come with as you age and mature, and then the value of things seem to change. But the motivation stays the same. That burning, that desire stays the same, but it's now for a different reason. It's not so much to obtain things, but it's to help create opportunities for others to obtain things. Because there's nothing wrong with having things, as long as things don't have you, right?
Oh man, that's a nugget.
If I can sleep in me a nice comfortable bed, if I can sleep in a nice big comfortable bed versus sleeping on a little cot, then why wouldn't I take the nice comfortable bed?
Hey Doc, you need to say that quote one more time. Say that quote one more time for the person all the way in the back.
It's on recording.
Yeah, I know.
For real, we talking real talk, right?
Yes,
I guess most of the audience out there, they feel the same way. They get up and go to work to live a certain lifestyle. They don't get up and go to work just because they so much love work. Not because they woke up and I'm so in love with work that I get up and go to work. You ain't even got to pay me. No, you go to work so that you can live a certain lifestyle. And that become a motivator. But that tends to change over time when you find that there are other ways that same lifestyle can be achieved, and it doesn't have to be through the sweat of your brow. But until you get to that mindset, the motivation is still the same. We all want wealth. Nobody want to be poor. Nobody want to be broke. But you can always say the people that got money, they this, that. No. You would rather be, who wouldn't want to have Elon Musk money? Come on. You may don't want his behaviors or characters or whatever, but if you can have that bank account, come on.
Who would say no?
It's okay. So,
but it is
motivation is to have a certain lifestyle, but then to have that lifestyle that could create me a certain comfort so that I can then have a freedom of mindset to be able to work hard to try to create opportunities for others so they can have an even greater level of comfort. But if you're not comfortable in your own space, how can you try to create opportunities for somebody else? How can you? If you're sleeping under a tree, how can you help create an opportunity for somebody to sleep in a mansion? You first need to get in the mansion.
That's right.
So somebody got to face those obstacles and fight through and break down those barriers and get to the other side of comfort and then bring some others with them, right? So your motivation change once you get there. But initially, it's just to get there. But once you get there, then it's to bring some more with you. So my motivation now is to create some opportunity to bring some more with me. But in the beginning, it was for me to get in the King's mansion.
Hey, Doc, you know what's crazy?
Real talk, right?
Yeah, but you know what's really crazy? We in the same place. I'm where you at right now. But when I first started, I just wanted to prove all the naysayers wrong.
See, different motivations. Right?
My motivation was like, I had the idea, I shared the idea. Oh, you can't do that. Okay, I'm finna show you. I'm finna do it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get it done. And can't nobody stop me but God. And then after I get it done, then I'm gonna come back to you and say, see, I did it.
Right.
But then as I was able to do those things over and over and over and prove those people wrong, I realized that's not really why I was doing it.
Oh.
The purpose behind that wasn't really why I was doing it. It was more of a challenge, an inner challenge for myself, and ultimately to put myself in a place just like you to help other people know that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve. Because if I can do it, not born rich, not raised in a household with two parents, not living in one neighborhood or two neighborhoods all my life. Doc, I don't even remember
challenges.
Doc, I don't even remember people like from my 6th grade year on up. Before 6th grade, I can't tell you people I was in school with because I don't remember because I went to over 15 different schools growing up.
Instability, another challenge.
Obstacles
to overcome.
And our parents went through challenges because it wasn't me going through it. It was my parents going through challenges. And guess what? Because my mother was my parent. I had to go through the challenges with her. Right. So most of us grew up with challenges, not even knowing we was going through challenges.
Right.
You said something amazing when you in your generation, y'all had big challenges, huge challenges. My generation, y'all made it a little bit better for us. We still got challenges. We still had challenges, but it wasn't as worse as y'all challenges.
No,
now the
next generation get better. But here's the thing. Because what you said is so profound, but I want to make sure we capture it and don't lose it. Know why your generation is better? It's because people in mine made a sacrifice. You know why the generation above you is better? Because people in yours are making sacrifices. They are getting over to the mansion and they creating opportunities for others to get over there. So we have an obligation to the next generation to make it better for them, right?
Yeah.
We had that obligation. So just because, sometimes in life, people, honestly, I have ran into some walls that others knew this wall was there and wouldn't even tell me. Could have saved me money. They knew I needed this information and it could have benefited me in many ways, and they wouldn't even tell me. See, I never want to be in that mindset where I can benefit somebody else, but yet I be in such a selfish mindset that I won't even tell them, that I want to see them fail because I just don't want to see them succeed for whatever reason you may help, but you won't even share information with someone to help give them a better chance at succeeding at what they're trying to do. We have, as a people, we have to get past that mindset. We definitely, because there are too many of us fail because of lack of knowledge when others are right around us, they have the knowledge, but won't even share it. But we have to get past that first, is that, how can we help everybody else? Because when we help others succeed, we succeed too. It's too much. It's too much. I think it's still too much competition. And healthy competition is okay, but I'm just saying, if you are already winning, and if there's some people over here that need a little what you have so they can win too, and you helping them ain't gonna take nothing off of your plate, and even if it do, you still got enough to survive.
and maybe in the position to even make more, so that you can help
even more people, right?
Even more. Look at Michael Jordan passed it down to Kobe. Kobe even had conversations with LeBron.
Right.
But LeBron passed that information on too, so it's just getting better and better and better.
But ain't that the biggest challenge and obstacle we have to overcome?
Absolutely.
That is the biggest challenge and obstacle, is learning to work together and not pull against one another. Because we can get further. Even sometimes in business, we won't even do business with each other. And that's just real talk, because we feel we helping each other succeed. And I ain't talking about a race here. I'm just talking about all of us that are in the struggle. We're not talking about any race. All of us in the struggle that's trying to break out of poverty into wealth. And that don't have no discrimination based around no skin color, although certain skin colors have certain obstacles they have to overcome that others don't. But still, poverty is there.
Yeah.
And so we all are fighting to get to that place where we can have the level of comfort that we want. But how we get there is when we all work together.
Mm-hmm.
But when we work against one another, small businesses should do business with small businesses. I just believe they should.
Yeah.
Small business do business with small businesses. And that will help more small businesses. Individuals that are looking to get into business, those who are in business and know some of the ways to help them pass some information along, help them out. Help take down some of those walls or struggles that each generation has to face, right?
Absolutely.
That's how I feel about it. And so that's what keeps me energized. That's my motivation now. It's not to acquire wealth, although I don't get me wrong now. Like I said,
I still want them nice things.
Hey, people can give you fluff. I ain't about the
You want that masonry?
I like money. I like money.
God, what you want? The Bentley masonry? You want the Bentley masonry?
Yeah, I want everything that God has said is good.
Yeah.
Do that settle it? Did that settle it? God said it good, I want
it. That's enough said.
I have to say it more, baby.
Yeah. Enough said.
Okay, so I want everything that's good under the sun. That's what I want.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
I want everybody else to have it too. That's the difference.
Man, you know what?
I just don't want it for myself. I want it for everybody else. I just don't want it for myself. I want it for everybody else. Right.
Hey, Doc, I got a few inboxes about this young pastor, great pastor, doing some amazing things, have been doing some amazing things. And I think it's viral now. I got it a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's viral now. Young pastor, grew up in my area, the Midwest. And he said that and I don't want to say it's wrong because I didn't hear the full sermon.
Mm-hmm.
But in that sermon, he was saying you should not give to the poor. Just for that clip. Now, it could be reasoning behind what he was saying before and after to give the full pie. You can't make a decision or you can't give an opinion on a small piece. It's like the media, right? People take small pieces and put it in there to create a story off of it, a negative story off of it.
Right.
But we truly believe that everybody is born rich as long as they have the passion to move forth, the determination to move forth. They want to get better. They do everything in their power to get better. Everybody needs a hand up. I don't care how much. At one point, I was homeless. So if that person that called me and put me in a position to better myself, if they would have had a mindset of don't help the poor, hey, I don't know where I'd be right. I'd probably be doing good, but there's some people out there that don't have the determination and don't have a hand up or just a chance to get given a chance. And that's not just for people that maybe just born or put themselves made a bad decision, and ended up in that situation, but that's for all people.
Right.
That's for all people.
Right.
That's for all people. So we don't judge anybody I'm not going to say that, but we don't judge nobody. We don't judge nobody. Nobody. No, we look at the whole picture, really the aura, the aura, the heart. We do our best to see the hearts and the aura of individuals. But if we was to judge every single person we came into contact with or had a meeting with, and we judged them off of appearance or something that wasn't breathtaking or something that wasn't kosher, we wouldn't be where we are today either.
No, because what that does is that mean you and what we do, and not unlike what others do, is that you don't build an image of what an individual should look like or act like just so you can accept them. Accept them just because they're a child of God. And then let them prove to you who they are by the contents of their character. But you can't see a person's character. You can only watch it and hear it. So if a person judge you without watching your actions or hearing you, then they judging you not on the contents of your character, but they judging you on an image that they themselves has formed that gives them either a good impression or a bad impression. Because it's the image that determines the impression that they have. One person may look at that image and have a good impression, and another person may look at that same image and have a bad impression. So it's the character of the person that should lead one to have an impression. And I thank God that we don't use the outer to determine what's in the inner.
Yeah.
This good stuff into people, but they don't look like you. Like, hey, babe, look, I had to make my hair a certain way in corporate America for years just so that I could get certain business. I couldn't wear my hair like this. It just wasn't going to work, right? So I had to portray a certain image because I knew I was going to be judged off of my image far before they knew what was in my inner. You know, so I had to create an image. And life is all about image. You use images to remove obstacles, right? Because images shape thoughts. So if you want people to think a certain way, know what image they want to see and present yourself that way, right? So you can win at life if you understand the psychology of the people you're trying to win against, because you understand what image they are more like to accept. And you create that image. And you win. But if you know that they only looking for a certain looking image and you go there the opposite, you already set yourself up to fail or be rejected. So why even do it? So some things I didn't even go after in life because I know my image didn't fit what they were looking for. Well, I set myself up to fail. So then I had to create opportunities that was acceptable for my image. Right? Right.
Yeah. You know, I always went against that for a long time.
But it's true.
Yeah, yes, quite. And Doc, you know why I went against that? Because I was always thinking like, what if we was able to go back to biblical times? What would Jesus be wearing? Would he be garmented up like a king or queen, or would he be in robes and gowns, not that clean? Was he walking around with money, or was it his aura and his words and his miracles of things that he did that made people believe and change? It wasn't what he had on. Other religions, Muhammad, right? Was Muhammad a super rich guy? Was he walking around with, gold and silver and gold? When did that change?
When the mindset of people change. Because now a broke man will hardly anybody listen to it. His words are despised. Now, if you want to attract people, you got to have something to attract them with. The times have changed. The mindset of the kids have changed. They see glamour. I saw caviar and champagne. That's when it changed. When people saw a different world, a bigger world. Back then, they only saw small slice of the world, bro. When they started seeing that, whoa, where did this come from? Hey, I want some of that, man. Hey, dude, I want some of that right there, man. That's when that changed.
What'd you say, Doc? What'd you say, Doc? What'd you say, Doc?
That right there.
The story.
That's
But
when
we'll
it changed.
never stop talking about
That's when it
She
changed.
grew up
When he came out with that.
hairdresser, but Tammy Wynette styled herself a dream.
Not famous.
All the way to Nashville.
The
rich and famous, Doc.
Of America.
You ain't right, babe. No, but I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to entice any type of lifestyle. I think a person should live whatever lifestyle that brings them the level of comfort they're looking for. I'm just saying, I like everything that's good.
Yeah.
If God called it good, I want it. I like it. If
Hey,
God
Doc,
says
you
it's
ain't
good.
the only
Now,
person.
man can say it's good. I question that. But if God said it's good, then hey, why can't I have some of it? My father said it's good. But I know the world has brought a bartering system into place, and then I got to pay for it. So in order for me to get the goods, I got to have some goods, right?
Yeah, and you have to have, hey, Doc, and you have to have, you got to have some goods to help others get some goods.
Look, if you even want a good wife, you got to have some goods.
Yeah,
Because you want to give your wife the best of everything.
yeah.
And she deserves the best of everything.
But Doc, hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc.
All right.
Hold on,
Y'all better leave that conversation alone there.
Hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc.
No, I'm
When
saying
I
you,
met-
you
hold
want
on, Doc.
it.
Hold on. When I
Even
met
your
my
kids,
wife,
you
I ain't
want
had
to give the best
nothing.
of everything. You
Doc,
know,
when
I've seen, look, I'm going to be honest.
I probably listen. When I met my wife, I ain't had nothing.
But you ain't got to have none, but you wanted to give her the best of everything. You
Absolutely.
want your kids to be able to go to the best of schools and
Absolutely.
colleges. It's
Absolutely.
just, you want to be able to present to them the best of everything.
Yeah.
In order
I
to
didn't
do
have
that,
nothing but
you got to
determination.
have things. So that means you. For me, it meant that hey, I have to find a way, and ain't no obstacle going to stop me because I want it, and I
Yeah.
want it bad enough that I'm willing to invest my life in getting it.
Mhm.
And then once I found the way, I said, now I'm going to invest my life in making sure that everybody I come in contact with have the same opportunity.
That's
They
right.
just got to be willing to put in the work, you know, and that. So now I like to say that I'm an opportunity creator, but I'm equal opportunity creator though. Not for just no one. I try to create opportunity for anybody who wants it. Equal opportunity maker.
Absolutely. Hey, Doc, you know, when I met my wife, I didn't have nothing. But one thing I did promise her, I said, hey, you stick with me. Every year is gonna get better.
Wow. Did you keep the promise?
Every year is gonna get better.
Have you kept the promise?
Yes.
You kept the promise, babe?
I have to.
I gotta ask the wife. I'm gonna ask the wife. You kept the promise.
You can ask her.
Every year they got better.
They got better.
But you're a man or you were high five, babe, high five.
Look, there she go right there. You had a vision. That's why she got with me.
Oh, she had a
There
vision.
she go right there.
She had a vision. You had a vision for her. There you go. She had a vision for you. I see. I see. High five, Miss Bay. High five, Miss Bay.
Yeah, but they're never giving up. That wanting, having that reason why, sticking to that reason why, never giving up, finding the truer purpose, which we all gonna find. You think what you doing it for is for a purpose now, but God gonna show you the real purpose when you get to that point.
Real talk.
Then I think you're gonna have a better. I think that helps a person have a better appreciation for all things. It's like the you ever saw Limitless, the movie Limitless? You know, when he took it was a movie about a guy that was down on his luck, met some old friends, his ex-wife, brother, and they gave him a little pill, and the pill ended up expanding and making him use more of his brain than he usually
Oh.
uses.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, well, hey Doc, you got to go back and watch it again. It's a good movie.
Maybe I'll look at it from the perspective this time. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So when he first took the pill, it didn't do nothing for the first few moments, and he was standing in front of his landlord's wife, and she was fussing at him, going off on him. And when the light went off, her voice.
Well, don't tell it to me, because then.
Well, okay. Well, I'm saying once you have understood, once you go through these processes, you don't give up, and you get to the destination or very close to the destination, and you see it's working, and now you know it's done. You know it's done, and then other things start happening. You start to have this true realization. The reason why everything you've been working for isn't the real reason why you're here. A light starts to shine, and everything negative starts to mute out, and everything positive starts to expand, to give you more energy, to energize you, to keep on moving forth. And then everything start coming. This happens. I'm telling you, this is the fact, and Doc will verify this. Everything that Doc,
disclaimer, I ain't verified nothing out here. Let me hear it.
I'm telling you right now, you're gonna verify it.
Right,
I'm telling you, everything that me and Doc speak about between 24 to 48 hours later, it happens.
About the last 3 or 4 things, it certainly had. Now, it had, and it's just now it has. It's been crazy.
People show up, situations show up, opportunities show up, everything happens.
No need for a disclaimer. I contest. I contest.
Because we know that God is a powerful God.
Because and the craziest thing is that it's like we got so comfortable with God doing stuff that it's like, well, hey, that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show, right? That's
a whole. But don't give up so you can get to that point.
Yeah, and you know, it happens all the time, but it just, I guess when you're not expecting it versus when you're expecting it. I expect great things to happen every day. I expect great things to happen. I never get up with a mindset that nothing great is going to happen today. I just can't get into that space. I'm always holding out hope to the last hour that something great going to happen. But usually it happens early on in the day. And that something great can be the least of little things. It don't have to be nothing so big. It can be the least of things. It can be you and I talking about something and we just laugh about something and it just create a warm feeling in me. That's just made it a great day. You know, it's like when my wife and I was talking earlier, and it was like we were saying it's those memories. It's those events that one has in life that you capture, that you hold dear to, that makes life special, that makes those moments real special. And it doesn't have to be nothing real big. It can just be just a conversation that you had, and it just created a warmth in you. You're like, wow, that sure made me feel good. You know, it's those things throughout life that keeps one moving forward with the mindset that God couldn't have gave me nothing better. What better gift could have gave you than life? I mean, look at all the other things. You got all the material things that we talked about that motivated me, babe. And when I look at all these things that God called good, and I look at all these things under the sun that Solomon talked about, babe, and I said the greatest of all of them is life. Even in the struggles, even in the hard times, the greatest of them is life, babe. It's life, right?
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's life, man. It's life.
Exciting.
I
Exciting.
don't care how many struggles I have. I'd rather have life with struggles than no life with no struggles.
Mm.
Real talk, babe.
Yeah.
So with all the things I go after that drive me, I like the mansions and I like all of that. But you know the greatest gift I like the most, babe, is the one that God gave me.
Mm.
And I couldn't get that on my own. And that was life, babe.
Wow.
That's real talk there, brother. That's real talk, man.
Hey, Doc. We got less than 5 minutes left.
Oh, wait, hey, close them out, babe. Close them out, man.
No, I'm gonna let you. What do you have to say?
You got it, babe. You got it.
No. What do you have to say, Doc? What do you? That was your closing remarks. You got any closing remarks?
That was my clothes. I ain't got a better clothes than that.
Hey, life is like water. It must flow. And rivers turn into lakes, lakes turn into oceans and more waterways. And it goes back into the sky and then comes back over the land and rains to make it continue on. But when water stops, it becomes dead water.
Dead water. But no, what I will though, I will just deal with the audience though, honestly. And this carry this with you all your life. And the reason I want you to carry this with you all your life, and I'm gonna share this with you from a lot of passion out of me, is because you have had probably a lot more successes than you ever had failures or ever will have failures. But people can always try to get you to change and do it their way because their way was comfortable for them, and they may even succeed their way, but their way may not be your way. Again, never change your truth without them showing you their proof. Never change your truth without them showing you their proof. There are many out there that got so much false realities. Out there on social media, everybody got a story, right? Everybody trying to put truths out there. And they got different people getting off of their path, following these fallacies because they making their truth sound so real, but they ain't showing you no proof. All they do is giving you their truth. Don't ever follow their truth without them showing you their proof. Real talk. That's my word.
There it is. Hey, we enjoy each and every one of you. We appreciate you, Devin, for the kind words. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. You know, we don't really we don't write down questions and Q&As. We just really pick a topic and we just let it flow, y'all.
Yeah.
Because we want it to be genuine.
Yeah.
We want it to be genuine. Just like a conversation we may all have in a living room, sipping a cup of tea or coffee at the barbecues, right? At the football, watching the Super Bowl, right? We just want it to be genuine, and I'm excited and happy that you enjoyed it, and everyone else. Hope everyone else enjoyed tonight's Doc and Bay show.
Yes, sir.
As we move forth, you all are going to see some upgrades.
Yeah.
You all are going to see some different and new faces as we interview. We're going to continue to get better and better with what we're doing, but we really
celebrities. We trying to become celebrities. They say they don't want to be a celebrity. I say I can be a star. Make me a star. I want to be a celebrity. These celebrities, they fly around in those jets and stuff. Hey, dog it, give me a jet, man.
I get the jet. I just don't want everybody else to know I got it.
I want a G5, man. I want to come out of the G5 club.
Hey, we excited. We definitely excited on expansion of all of our lives, of everything that we're doing, of you all's lives. And next week we won't be on. We will be on the following week, but you all are going to see some upgrades. You all are going to see some new faces that come on that we interview, that we want to hear their stories, their successes, their challenges, to inspire each and every one of you, just like they have inspired us to continue on, to want to create more opportunities to perpetuate that. So We will see you all, not this coming next Thursday, but the following Thursday. So you all heard the saying, it's a small world, but it becomes even smaller when you think big. So put a smile on someone's face, starting with your own. And as always, peace, love, and freedom.